just heard me say that. Okay, this is a continuation of 8-28. We're going to do letter C now. So letter C says, it's asking me if BD is a height of AC, or of triangle ABC. So, in other words, what it's saying is it wants to know if it's perpendicular right here. Is that perpendicular? Does anyone have an idea how I can tell? Rocco, what do you have?
Well, so if they were perpendicular, then the slope would be the negative vertical.
Perfect, and we already have the slope of this green line right here. We said it was negative 1/3. So is negative 1/3 the opposite reciprocal? So that means this one would have to have a slope of what? 3. So is it 3? Well, we can look at. We can just make a giant slope. Oh, it is, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over 2. Well, 6 over 2 is 3. So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say the slope of one line is negative 1/3. We use m for slope. And the slope of the other line is 3. They're opposite reciprocals. So I'm going to say, yes, they are, I should say the slopes. Oh, well. They're opposite reciprocals. Because it always asks why, doesn't it? Use slope to show, I kind of used slope. I showed the slope of one and I showed the slope of the other one, and I showed how they were opposite reciprocals. And then letter D, what's the perimeter? So that was your question in the first place. What's the darn perimeter of this thing? Any ideas on that?
Wait, what?
That's the one you asked me, wasn't it, Rocco?
No, I asked C.
Oh, you asked C?
Yeah. The reason why I didn't help with it, though, is because I misgraphed B. I put B in the wrong place, and I couldn't figure it out.
Oh. Who has an idea for getting the perimeter? What do you have, Rocco?
So you're going to use the slope triangle again?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I would just use Pythagorean theorem on all of them.
Well, yeah. In this case, you just use Pythagorean
So,
theorem on the slope triangle.
We already said that this side right here from A to C, we found out by Pythagorean that this part was root 10 and this part was root 10 also, so it would be like 2 root 10.
20. Oh, no.
No, it'd just be 2 root 10. Root 10 times 2 is 2 root 10. Now, we can put that in our calculator.
Wait, that's not the perimeter. That's not the perimeter then.
Well, that's only, we need all 3 sides to make a perimeter. So that's one side, and then I need this side. So because I have such a big mess on my paper, I'm going to draw a slope triangle on this. I want to use Pythagorean theorem to find the distance between A and B. Sorry, C and B. So I'm just going to draw this triangle right here just to make it even more messy on my paper. Now I can use Pythagorean theorem to try to find CB, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This side, this is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's nice.
So it's negative 1.
What?
The slope is negative 1.
I'm not trying to find the slope, I'm trying to find the perimeter. Like how long, if I was an ant, how many little ant steps to go all the way around in the triangle and end up back where I started?
So 50 squared.
Well, oh, okay, because that's 25 plus 25, so the square root of 50, right? Because, Pythagorean theorem, it'd be a squared, which is 25, plus b squared, which is 25, equals c squared, so 50 equals c squared, so square root of 50. So, yeah, well, we'll just put it all in the calculator. Square root of 50 turns out to be 5 root 2, but we'll call it square root of 50. We're going to put it in the calculator. What's the other side? Now I can barely even
I was thinking if we got the number, if we got the physical number, all we had to do was add 2 of them and then subtract it from 180. It'll be way faster than slope triangle.
180?
Well, if you added up triangles, the perimeter of a triangle always adds up to 180.
No, the angle measures add to. You've got a lot of information in your mind, but you're mixing it together. You are so right that the three angles add up to 180, but we're talking about, like, pretend that these are inches. We're talking about how many inches would it take. Say you wanted to build a fence around Rocco. Is anyone else with me? You don't know? 'Cause it's hard to see and it's all messy. I want to find the distance of this really dark line that I just made. This is line AB. So I just draw a little triangle. I draw this little green triangle, and I see that this side is 1, and if I go across the bottom, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's Pythagorean theorem. I can use that. I can say 1 squared plus 7 squared equals c squared. Well, 1 squared is 1, 7 squared is 49. That's equal to c. Hey, that's 50 again. So c is going to be the square root of 50 again. So that's square root of 50. So that's 2 root 10. That's 2 root 50 if I add them. I'm just trying to add the distances around, and I just used Pythagorean on it. So now let's go ahead and get out our calculator and see if we can calculate any of this stuff. So 2 root 10, 2 root 10 plus 2 root 50. Oh, I don't want it like that. I should have went 2 root 10 plus 2 root 50 equals, I got about 20.46-ish. I'm going to check in the answer book and see if they got some, if they rounded it that way or if they left it as a radical. So we're on H-28. Let me check that. They said the perimeter was about 20.467, so they just kind of rounded it. See how mine's, that's about 20.467.
Yeah,
do we have to find the area? Is that what you were going to say? We do have to find the area, but it's not that bad to find the area because we already found out that there's a height on there, right? Yeah. So I have to say units on this. So that's the perimeter.
Wow. 210 plus 50 squared plus 50 squared plus 210 plus 250x 20. Oh, 20.
Area is 1/2 times base times height. So do you remember a little earlier when they asked us if this line was a height of the triangle and we said yes because we had opposite reciprocals? You don't remember that? Well, we did. We proved it in letter C that there's a height right here, so that's going to be our height. So how can I find the distance from A to B, or D to B?
Slope triangle.
A slope triangle, and I already have this green slope triangle written here, and it's got a 2 on one side, and it's got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the other side. So that's going to be 2 squared plus 6 squared equals c squared. You guys getting tired of Pythagorean theorem yet? 4 plus 36 equals c squared. Hey, wait, 4 plus, that's 40. 40 equals c squared, so c equals root 40. So that is my height, root 40. I'm just going to call it root 40, because it's going to go in the calculator anyway. So remember, 1/2 times, oh, that's the height. We'll put the base right there. 1/2 times base times height. I put the height first. What's our base going to be? Well, the base has to be the other line that's perpendicular with the height. So, and remember, we already got that. It's root 10 plus root 10. It's 2 root 10. That's the length right there. So 2 root 10. You probably love all these roots, huh? Just type it into your calculator. I'll put it right here so you can see what I'm, maybe you can see what I'm typing. I'll just use 0.5. 0.5 times root 40. times 2 root 10 times 2 root 10. I know you're all jealous of my calculator. Ha! The answer was exactly 20. You like that? 20. Unit squared. No, the area, yeah, the perimeter was 20.467. And that was quite a problem. Oh, I don't know if I can publish this one. It went over a little bit.